It's my luck. Oh God, volumeless.
Oh my God, this is all going terribly wrong.
It's first stream. First of many. Every week for the rest of our days.
Right, we're back. Where do we get to? Sorry. Right, so
Okay,
so we was talking about tjhunt's Ferrari.
Well, yeah. So the idea being that's the kind of thing that we'd like to do. I get a feeling that it's mostly going to be me working on cars.
Yeah. I prefer driving them to fixing them.
Well, I don't not like working on them or driving them. I think it's interesting to know how a car works.
Yeah, it's true.
So if I sat there and took part in a engine rebuild, you wouldn't come and get involved?
I would be interested, yeah, because I'd be interested in how it works. I probably wouldn't be interested in
doing any work.
Okay,
so when you get
supply your beers,
when you eventually get a catering,
yeah,
are you telling me that you wouldn't work on it?
Oh yeah,
it's the most simple car to work on.
Yeah, probably. Maybe when it's something you can do that with it makes you more enthusiastic about it. So, yeah, £100,000 he paid for this Ferrari, didn't $100,000.
Yeah, and the last update he did, he was up to what was it, $15,000 additional spend.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah,
you
so
got
we worked it out. So actually, we worked out his overall cost was. So he's paid he spent £97,111.88p. You are kidding me. I think we're about to have additional camera issues. The worst live stream ever.
Where's the other battery?
It is here.
Right, quick. Daryl, additional screen. Quick, there's no one viewing it right now. Put up the other screen and mute it.
Well, no, we can still talk. So, guys, we're just going to flick you over to something on here. So, we'll just bring up the Supra. Oh, look at that. Just bring that up for now.
Which is not.
It is not. So let's try the desktop. There we go. So we'll talk about Supra. Let's talk about the Supra for a bit. Well, we'll just start switching the batteries over. So, I know it's been massive. I know it's been a massive uproar on the internet about the new Supra. Where is the battery? Massive uproar on the internet about the new Supra, or as a lot of people are calling it, the new BMW Z4. I've seen some funny things actually about it's like an inch not wide enough because it's not as wide as the last Supra.
Yeah, but you were thinking you're thinking about getting one.
Well, I wasn't. I said if we if I wanted, I'm just changing the batteries in the camera. If I wanted to, if I was going to go buy a car, if I had some money now to go buy a car, that would be the one I'd be most interested in right now. But let's forget about what everyone said. So at the end of the day, you can see on the screen at the minute, acceleration 4.3 seconds to 60. Now that's pretty reasonable. 155 miles an hour, electronically limited, like any BMW engine will be.
A BMW engine, that's just what ruins it for me.
Yeah, I think it's not all BMW.
Yeah, but it's a mixture between BMW and something else.
I can't remember what something else is.
We'll have a look.
They've kept the straight six, which is good. But yeah, it is a BMW engine. And from what I understand, they're going to be doing two versions. They're going to do a 4-cylinder version as well. I mean, it does look amazing. It does look good. And as much as that
was fine.
Yeah, no, it's just we just need to sort it out on it.
That was correct in my camera work, and
as much as people are slating it, I actually really like it. I'd like to drive one.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to drive a lot of cars.
As Pagani's on there.
I'd like to drive a lot of cars. I can't say that the new Toyota Supra is up there.
Right, let's come back to the live cam. Right, we are back.
Have you ever been inside a Toyota Yaris?
Yeah, I have.
Look at that. All the same except the screen.
It's not Toyota Yaris.
Yes, it is.
Right. Let's bring up a Toyota Yaris. You might have just made my decision for me.
No, I'm not.
Toyota.
I'm not making this as an educated assumption, but Toyota Yaris interior.
Toyota Yaris images. Toyota Yaris.
It's just.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's just really.
It's not far off. Let me.
It's just really simple, and this is supposed to be a. Is this supposed to be a supercar, or is it a? Is it a hot?
So
is it? What is
that's
it?
the cockpit for the Supra. That's the Yaris. Oh, there are similarities.
But what?
Actually, is there?
What kind of car is it?
I mean, the middle is. Yeah, I get what you say. I see what you're saying.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is it a hot hatch?
I feel like you don't really like it.
No, I'm just.
I don't know why they didn't do this paint job. I'd buy it.
I am a big advocate of JDM, and that is the least JDM car going, considering the original Supra or the last Supra.
A lot of it was still done by Toyota. In fact, most of it was a partnership with BMW. So
yeah, but look at it.
So I do know this. So when the engine was being developed, BMW comes to here's your engine, and Toyota went. We're going to take that apart bolt by bolt and stress test it like a Japanese car should be. So it's going to probably be the most reliable engine in the world.
But just look at it. It doesn't look anything. It doesn't look JDM at all.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But the problem with JDM is everything you associate to JDM is old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But eventually, JDM's got to catch up to today.
No,
because
because then it'll be even more JDM.
Well, guys, let us know what you think about the Toyota Supra.
Look, bring up a picture of the. Look, just bring up a picture of the old
Let's
Supra.
get live chat.
The Supra before this one, the last Supra.
Whoever is live, let us know that you're live. Or is that us? No, it can't be us.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's try it out. These will get better. I'm sure you can't be live on your own video, surely.
Well, you are.
Oh, well, whatever. It gets recorded and you guys will be able to watch this back anyway. So, yeah, let us know in the comments for the live video. We're not really sure how this works. I'm pretty sure it goes into a live section on the Rline website, so we'll figure that out and let us know in the comments. Please let us know in the comments. And like and subscribe and press the little bell so that you know when we're doing these terrible live streams.
Remember, on live stream number 999,
Yeah.
we'll be doing this.
This is live stream.
We'll have those like circular things in front of our mouths and a big pair of headphones.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the headphones do when you plug it into a mic. I'm not really sure. But we'll have them.
Yeah.
And this will all be padded and branded in Rline.
Yeah.
But okay, so go back to the Supra.
Yeah.
So pull up the image of the old one. Oh, I keep saying old one, but
flick you back. So
this is before
So the old one. Oh, okay.
No, not the old one.
So
the last Supra.
I'll tell you what, someone has probably done a silly meme.
The meme? I hope we don't end up seeing like you've searched for
let's have a look.
Pornhub or
Let's see
something.
what's happening. I like that.
There you go, there's one right there. Look, one there.
I like that. That's a great one.
That is absolutely great.
Overnight pass from Germany.
No, what's that one at the top? Look. That one, no.
That's a Corvette.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's a stupid meme.
Over a decade of engineering. Just to be slower than a used 20-year-old Chevy. I think that's a bit unfair.
Well,
it's unfair because I bet this would absolutely dominate the old one around the circuit.
But what? I know, this isn't me just picking fault on it. What is it?
It's a sports car.
So it's just a sports car.
It is, and it's probably... I think the thing about it is that in the day and age that we're in where everything is inevitably going to move electric, BMW and Toyota have decided to spend their together and make two new...
Not electric cars.
V8 sports cars.
Is it a V8?
Sorry, V6.
I was about to say.
V6 sports cars, yeah. V6.
What's it
Which
like?
reminds me, what we could talk about next week is the new TVR. That I can't wait to see.
Oh yeah, I see. I heard that on Grand Touring that they're releasing a new TVR.
Yeah. I think they're old ones that they I thought there might be something really funny there, but
No, we just want to see a picture of.
but that basically sums up what you're saying.
It does. Look how cool it is.
It is a cool car. I'm not sure about that though.
Oh, I hated the. It's not. It's got one of the worst interiors ever. You'll see. We obviously we know Zach who had the Cadbury's purple one.
Yeah.
And he was like, I love the way it's like a cockpit inside, and I've got a hatred for old looking interiors.
Yeah.
That
is the one thing about these the newer cars is we get Bluetooth and even wireless charging.
Oh yeah,
decent aircon.
That's why I think
if you had, well, maybe I don't know. Although I don't know about that. I was impressed. I thought it was a great car, but maybe if I modified an FK8 to the same level as what my car is at the moment, I'd probably like it even more.
I reckon if you went and got the FK8 now,
yeah,
you just sold all your parts separately, you could then buy those parts with the money you sold those parts for.
Yeah, it's probably true.
It would just be an interesting change. And a total change of lifestyle. And that one looks a hell of a lot less like a cab from the side. Yeah. Before you buy the spaces.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Toyota engineers did decide at BMW.
So, got anything else that we want to say on the Supra? I like it. So at the moment, well, obviously neither of us have driven it. And I haven't seen one in the flesh, but just from reading it and seeing the specs and knowing what it's meant to be.
Have you seen it? Is it released yet?
Yeah. So
we maybe we should watch some reviews.
Yeah.
And listen to them tell us how rubbish it is.
So I think there we go, 50-50 split.
I don't know. It's probably been me being pessimistic, but I am very much on board with all the other people that say, yeah, it's just the old one. I like the old one more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I probably do like the old one more, but I do like I like the new one. If I had the money, I would buy one.
What's its brake?
340 something, is it? 300 and new Supra specs.
Is it
335?
And I bet it's pretty light as well.
Yeah, it probably is.
It's over a second faster than the Jaguar F-Type, which is another car that I have.
Oh, there you go. You don't like the F-Type?
No, and do you know why I hate it?
Why?
Celebrity face-off. Oh, I can't stand it anymore.
I actually watched tonight's Grand Tour episode.
Oh, is it?
At 2:00 this morning.
Oh, I can watch that when I get home.
I couldn't sleep and I watched it. Is that? I'm trying to think what they review. Amazing electric car. Like, do you know the one that Hammond crashed? Was it the new Roman? He mentioned. No, it's another company, a Chinese company, and it's just topped it everywhere, like 100 more brake horsepower. You can't drive it on the road, though.
Did Hammond drive it?
Yeah, he did actually, and he didn't crash it. But actually, no, I'm not going to spoil it. Watch your Grand Tour because there's a great bit at the end.
I can't believe his missus let him in another one. Do you reckon he just does it? And then she finds out when she watches the episode. Do you reckon Hammond's own family have an Amazon Prime membership to watch him on TV?
They probably get it for free.
Do you reckon he has a membership that he watches it back?
I don't know. It's a bit of a deep question.
It's a question, you know. You can still ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so he test drives the. Is this one got the same name as like a shaving cream?
I can't. No, it hasn't. It's called the EP9. It's like a Civic.
No, EP. That sounds. It sounds too TP for your bumhole kind of vibe. He does do.
Is that bit that's Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah. Which we do look like right
watch
now.
It. It's so good. It is so good.
Okay.
It looks blisteringly quick. 2.something seconds to 60. It's pretty fast.
Okay, alright, fine.
We just come up with catchphrase as well.
Huh?
It's pretty fast.
Is that what he says?
No, that's going to be my new catchphrase.
Oh no, we're gonna have really cheesy catchphrases.
Yeah.
I don't think our mum wants to do that.
So we got that. Oh, hi guys.
Oh hi, it's Gregory Davis.
Oh,
That's great.
oh, is it? What's going on, Craig? So it was Craig. Craig was live the whole time, wasn't it? Still up in the corner.
No, because now it's gone. That was just 2.
Oh, was it? Oh, no, he's left. He went.
Bye,
oh,
Craig.
right,
Ah, beach. This is boring as fuck.
yeah. So, because tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to repeat what we said in the last stream because this will save. Whereas that last stream we had died. So I'm just going to repeat about our events that are coming up. All right. So, when we went live just a moment ago, we had something just went wrong with it. We refreshed the page and it killed the stream. So I'm pretty sure we've lost.
We're not very good at
We've lost the
technology
footage.
or IT. There's not a bit of us. We just do cars.
Apparently it's 2 live. Okay, so events. So we've got 2 events coming up: Buckmore Bash and the road trip. Actually, this looks like we are live twice.
Well, click that button there, bro.
Can
That one
anyone?
there.
This one?
This one. No, it's not because this one says you're watching. Forget it. Stop. Concentrate on what you're trying to say,
Oh,
bro.
I want to make sure we're not live.
Well, we're
twice.
not. It's not possible.
Okay, whatever. So we've got 2 events. Sorry if we're repeating this for people. We've got 2 events: Buckmore Bash and road trip, and then every other Sunday we have a breakfast meet. So this Sunday coming is our breakfast meet. It's at Mickey's Diner in Bluebell Hill, which is Junction. Did we figure that out?
2, 3.
Junction. It's the same. It's the same junction as where
Bluebell Hill is.
Bluebell Hill, where Buckmore Park is. If
And
you
also
don't know Bluebell Hill.
It's right around the corner from the big car park that slammed Society.
Oh yeah. So
Is it Slam
if
Society?
you go Slam, if you've been to the Slam Society meet in.
You've not been to that yet?
No, I haven't. No.
We all went without you. You're
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah, it's in the same place as that. So that's every
How is that
Sunday
possible?
9 o'clock.
Does that mean someone's been watching the hub?
Yeah. 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
Okay, well don't forget because we are also at the Surrey, is it Surrey
yes,
Club?
we are at the Surrey Club meet on the 10th of March.
Which is also at Buckmore Park.
Yep.
And we've got a club stand. We'll be selling merch, primarily the Wales event,
Yeah, the Wales event.
which you'll be able to purchase on the day, by card or by cash.
And we're gonna have a little racing sim set up and maybe do a competition.
And for those of you who did what I did and took ages to understand what that Daryl meant by racing sim, he means there'll be a simulation, a racing simulation, proper seated steering wheel.
And we'll run a competition that we'll do fastest lap of the day of brands, and winner will win something. We haven't decided yet, but we might see some of you then. And then
we're also at.
let's just mention road trips. I know what you're about to say. So then in June we've got our road trips, our Wales road trip, which is primarily what we'll be selling at. Surrey Club.
Surrey Club? Is it definitely Surrey Club?
Yeah.
We should get this right.
That is Surrey
very
Club.
annoying.
It's Surrey Club. What we'll be selling at Surrey Club. It's a night in Liverpool, drive into Wales, to drive around the Evo Triangle, where Evo magazine test a lot of their cars. Then
Just for reference, Daryl isn't reading off a script that's like down here.
No. Where Evo magazine sell a lot of their cars. Test a lot of their cars. We stay in a hotel there called the Grouse Inn.
Is that car themed? That's a car themed hotel.
It's not. I don't think it's car themed, but like Evo use it as their base, and it's just become car orientated. When you go into the men's toilets, there's like corkboards on the wall of where car groups have taken pictures, and they basically post on this corkboard.
Oh, let's do that when we
So
go.
do you know the picture? If you check out our Instagram, just go all the way down to the bottom. There's a picture. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up. There's a picture of us. You really need to learn how to spell.
I feel like the keyboard should be in front of me. That's not how you spell it.
It's close.
I feel like the keyboard should be in front of
How do
me.
you say you spell it?
Yeah, but it wasn't what you typed in at first.
But anyway, there's this picture. How do we Instagram?
Would you like me to take over the Instagram? Or,
There we go.
this is going to take eight.
This is
This
days, isn't it?
this isn't worth it.
Can you filter it?
No,
Anyway,
no.
check out our Instagram. Go. It's Rline_RT, and on there, if you scroll down, there's a picture of 4 cars: a TVR, Supra, a BMW, and the My FK2 outside a hotel. That's the Sharnbrook. Not the Sharnbrook.
Oh, for God's sake.
The Grouse Inn. It's because we just went past the Sharnbrook, which also is an awesome hotel, but we won't be visiting this time.
That's where we visited when we went to the pod.
When we went to Santa Pod, we stayed there.
Okay, and then
So from there, we're driving through, or sort of around Snowdonia, into Aberystwyth. So obviously amazing roads through Snowdonia.
Which okay. And then
So yeah, if you double click, yeah. So there you go. So that's the Grouse Inn, and basically all these car clubs take a similar picture, and in the men's toilets there's just hundreds of these pictures in the same format.
So this time there's going to be. That looks so. Look how high your
And do you
car
know
looks
what?
off the
I was
ground.
standing so far back to take that picture. If you had like a whole convoy, you'd have to stand in the.
Is that road busy?
No.
Oh, we'll just take over the whole road.
No, there is definitely not.
We'll just
I
take over
don't
the whole
even
road.
remember seeing a car drive down. It's sort of in the middle of nowhere. So we drive down through Snowdonia into Aberystwyth. From Aberystwyth, we stay there for the night. Then we drive through like the Black Mountain roads, where Top Gear do a lot of their filming, and then then across Severn Bridge into Bristol, where we'll spend the night, do go-karting.
That's the Team Sport multi-floor.
That's it. Yeah, teams. Yeah, this is like a multi-floor karting circuit.
I don't know why I'm asking this. I organised that bit. I'm asking like it's a question.
And then the next day we'll get up and go to Thruxton, where we'll watch the truck racing.
Yeah, no, we don't want to get anyone's hopes up like we already accidentally have. We're not driving trucks around a racetrack. Albeit that would be pretty cool. That'll be, a later on event. And that's where I'll end. That's the end of the trip.
Yeah, and then we'll all just part ways from there. We'll all probably end up going back in the same direction, but
we all live in the same direction.
Yeah.
On the 13th of August, the 10th of August, the 13th, London Cartel, whenever that is, we have a stand there as well, and we'll pretty much be doing the same things. By that point, we'll have another event to sell. We will have planned our next event, so that's what we'll be selling. We may release it just beforehand so people can buy it on the day, and then we'll be selling more merch, including our new design merch, which will be the first time we start selling it at the Surrey Car Meet on the 10th of March.
Yeah.
So you guys will see that. I don't think. Oh, the only thing I've got that's the new design is this. Which is, we decided we needed another different emblem because
right. So
the emblem have a square.
guys, it looks like we've been streaming twice. So I don't really know.
Why? You can't watch that
This
one.
is still going.
Yeah, but you can't watch it.
No, I know. But that's what I mean. I don't know. Anyway.
I won't worry about it.
That
was like the old lady of the group. You know when it snows and people go out and buy bread. Did you go out and buy bread when it snowed?
I didn't. I probably went and bought alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Do you know what? Actually, last year, completely off subject of cars, the co-op had no alcohol in it when it snowed.
Why?
It had there was more bread than there was alcohol. I don't know. Maybe people think that they needed alcohol instead of bread. So
Just do that.
right. So which one are we live on? I'm pretty sure this one is dead.
I don't know. I really don't know how this works.
Oh, so it's this one because look, we've got one like on the other one. So how do we YouTube? Why does it
Just
think
do
we're
this.
still
Just
live?
change that.
Huh? Change what?
Look, just change this. Just private it. We'll worry about it later.
Right, okay, cool.
Okay.
So yeah.
So they're all the event. So I mean, we went into this year thinking that we'd have like our own organised stuff. So we'd have maybe a small trip, which we were attempting to do another stand-up pod trip, but we might not do one of those this year now. And we were going to have a big trip, but we ended up having loads on.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. It means we're busy constantly.
Yeah.
And it gives everybody a chance to kind of meet up, which is why we did the bi-weekly breakfast meet, because we obviously have the group of lads who moan constantly if we don't do anything. Which is right. So we did a breakfast meet every couple of weeks, and that's a good chance to introduce everybody before we go on like long trips, because obviously the way that trips would work, you'd have 6 rooms and 12 people. So the breakfast meets give you an opportunity to meet those people you're going to be sleeping in the same room as.
This is it, yeah. This is it.
Although I'm still going to try to avoid staying in the same room as Daryl, because I heard that he snores like hell.
I don't. Well,
you don't know,
I'm asleep. But that's the key thing, is that the breakfast meet is about.
It's about social,
yeah, because what we find a lot is you go to these car meets and everyone just stands in their own group anyway. So if we can get everyone around the table, it almost forces conversation between people.
That's what we did. We've had people from everywhere coming in, like people that I've introduced to it, people that you've introduced to it, people that we've introduced that have then introduced more people, like Anne, Jess.
Yeah.
Brought people that we didn't know, and it's just kind of started not a new friend group, but more social activity that these people come along to. So, for example, when I went to the R8 reveal, I met the guy whose name I should definitely remember, but I don't, with the Porsche, in which I should definitely remember the make of, but I can't. And again, it's just I went to that, knew some more people, and then met more people, and that's generally how it is. And plus, again, as I said, you get to meet the person you can be sharing a room with. Which didn't work too badly. I think the difference between Santa Pod when we went is that I think we all knew each other.
Yeah, we did that. We did. I mean, we hadn't obviously stayed away with Dan and Jack before, but probably the copious amounts of alcohol probably helped.
Yeah, which I'm not saying it's going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen on every trip, but it was just.
That's generally the idea of us allocating a day on this next trip to Wales, a day to actually doing that, because realistically you can't, although some other people might beg to differ, you can't drink loads one night and then get up in the morning and drive again.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of the law around it, it's because you all feel like rubbish.
Yeah.
And then no one talks, and you all want to be on a big social group.
But mainly the law. On that note, what Luke was saying about the driving is that the longest part of the journey is from here to Liverpool. So once that's out of the way, the rest of the trip, if you went point to point and didn't care about the road, you could probably do each part of the trip in under 2 hours.
But in that, so I originally proposed or wanted to go all the way around the top of Scotland. So start Edinburgh and finish at Glasgow. But the problem we had is that where we're kind of just starting off, I think the total driving, and was this the total driving from home to home? I can't remember, but there was over 22 hours driving.
Yeah, it worked out the same distance. The whole trip from Scotland and back down worked out the same distance from here to Portugal.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And I think the difference is you look at hardcore road trips and they do drive for 5 to 6 hours a day.
But then you've either got 5 to 6 hours a day or you've got to have more time.
Correct. So the trip ended up being like over a week, which is fine. But I think that's hard to do that at the stage we're at now.
Yeah. And actually, I think what we've come up with is going to be more enjoyable than what we had proposed in Scotland.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, what we've done for Wales is we've got events at each location. Whereas the Scotland trip is a hardcore
Well, yeah, that's
road
true.
trip.
Yeah, it's probably would have been
Some of the
too
roads
trip,
up there are absolutely mental. But we'll look to that kind of next year where we've got a bit more
actually,
following.
Actually, yeah, to be fair. So this trip, this Wales trip, I would encourage passengers. If we'd gone to Scotland, I wouldn't have encouraged.
No, I do the other way around.
Really?
Yeah.
The problem is if you do all that driving and passengers are just sitting in the car for the whole.
Yeah, you can swap driving. You pick your passenger for
passenger
a
that
specific
can drive,
reason. Yeah. But you got to remember, you're going to be in the car for 6 hours, 5-6 hours a day.
That's it. Yeah.
You're going to be in some kind of way, like you were when you got home earlier. Yeah. If you've been sat in the car for that long. Although, as I say, we looked at some of the roads before, and they are absolutely mental. There's a road where there's about a car width road, and it's just mountains like this, just cliff faces, and you just drive all the way through.
It does look incredible.
But that's again, that's for the kind of that attracts kind of hardcore road trip kind of people. Whereas I think that the trip we're doing now attracts everyone.
Yeah.
So anybody who likes a little bit about cars and just wants to drive around some fast-paced, awesome roads.
Cool.
Have
we covered everything?
Road trip related, I think.
Just keeping an eye on the time that we've been chatting for 32 minutes.
Yeah, but all this will be cut up anyway.
No, this is how it goes out.
No, you can edit it.
No, you can't. Honestly, you can't. You can't download, you can't re-download.
What a terrible
That's what's good about streaming live.
That's what's good about streaming live.
You've just got to be disciplined. I mean, if anyone does watch this all the way through, hats off to you. I'd encourage.
I don't think it's a bad thing. The thing is, the idea of these is that on our videos we do a lot of us behind the camera filming stuff, or Daryl awkwardly stood in front of a go-kart racetrack going, "Hi guys, what is that?" Yeah, a lot of pictures you doing that. But this gives you an opportunity to kind of get to know us. You'll find that traditionally I am a lot less in the camera, and I think that will change when we get into the R-Line in the garage or R-Line on the drive, whatever we decide to call it, R-Line in the workshop, R-Line, whatever. Because that'll probably be me, and I think Daryl's too lazy to.
I said I'll bring out the beers and
that's a good mix, isn't it?
Put some music on.
It's like, yeah, we finished back on the car, but we can't go test drive. Right? We're all drunk.
No, because our garage will have its own test track out the back.
I'll just do it inside. I want to have a warehouse. I don't want a garage. I want to have a massive warehouse.
2 floors.
But yeah, it'll change. But this gives you an opportunity to get to know us, because we don't really sit there and talk in those kind of videos and just talk to the camera and tell you a bit about ourselves, etc., etc. Yeah. Which reminds me, there'll be a bit more to find out about us when we put up our about page in the website, about us page in the website.
Oh yes, yeah, we will do that. We do need to do that. This board behind us, a bit blurred, which is probably a good thing actually. Is a board of stuff for us to do or that's happening, or
it's hard to do list. It's how we keep track of each other.
Yeah.
And one of them is the about us page, which has been on there for ages.
Yes.
That's probably Daryl's fault, because I've actually done.
We will do that before we.
Do you notice what he does? We will do that. You'll find that I'm kind of the. What's your role in R-Line?
I find the jobs that we didn't know we had to do.
Oh.
But we're still waffling on. We're waffling on. Right, so yeah, we covered our events, we covered tjhunt, we covered the Supra. Guys, if there's anything you want us to talk about or make fun of or just anything car related, this is literally all about cars. That's what we want. We don't care if it's an R8 or a G-Whiz.
That's the one car I probably won't talk about, except 5 things I hate about it.
A G-Whiz with Tesla motors in it.
Grim. Yeah, just comment on any of our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Send us an email on our website. There's any subjects that you want us to cover, we'll put them in each week.
Yeah,
along with our own subjects. But yeah,
cool. Wicked. So don't forget, like, subscribe, share.
But click the bell, because a lot of people are saying they're not seeing our posts.
Make sure you click the bell. Awesome.
Peace.
See you later, YouTube. Yes.